Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Motorsport Manager. We are doing the Underdog Challenge, and we are doing a race in Tondala today. It is going to be soaking wet. We'll put in the objective. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a 10th and above again. Maybe there's going to be lots of crashes. Maybe one of our competitors will die. No, that would be bad. We've got some new parts. Let's see. We've got the new brakes, but it's only 40% reliability. So unfortunately, Frankie, I'm not going to let you use it. You're currently cranky. If we do this, at least no one is mad, so we'll go ahead and do that. And honestly, Frankie tends to often do better, I think. Not every time, but pretty good. That's okay. All right. Yeah, our suspension, although we are going to be designing suspension next, which is one of the reasons we haven't done this. So actually, let me do a little swap here. There we go. So Frankie's going to be much less likely to have to do a pit, and actually is working generally with better parts, but everyone's still more or less content, so that's going to be okay. All right. Let's jump in here. Parts are fitted. Head to the red racetrack. I do like these screens. They're quite nice. I'm a little disappointed still that we don't have the music running. I feel like there's just something missing in most games without the music. It turns out it's an important part of game design. But the music in this game was getting flagged by jerk faces on the YubTubs. Random troll companies that exist just to put claims on everything. Because there's no way 12 people all own the same rights to the same song. And none of those people was like, you know, Sega, which is the publisher. We'll do this. We'll use Williams for slightly more feedback again. Okay. It's starting, okay, dry, but then it's going to rain, but it's a long time before it's going to have some wetness. I wonder if we can get to level 1 super softs. We actually don't know. Today was supposed to be the rainier day versus tomorrow. Is it possible we won't really need the wets? We could just start on inters. I mean, it really doesn't matter too much, since we're not maxing out anything. Best we're getting is level 1, which means 5% boost with a set of tires, which is unlikely to be the set of tires we use the entire race. I'll do super softs, because there's a chance we'll get in a super soft stint somewhere along the way. Alright, this is very curvy. We are going to need a lot of downforce, so we're going to assume something like this. We'll go ahead and soften the suspension over there. Although, you know, maybe we don't do the thing where we go in the middle. I'll stay a little closer to an edge because it'll give us a clear direction as to where we might go with things. I think, you know, it's not going to be right at the edge, but closer to it. That way at least we know what direction to move in. So let's give that a go and see how that feels. And yeah, we'll have both go out in super softs. That's going to be fine. We'll take practice. I really wish that simulate session button wasn't there, or that there was confirmation. Go out and go out. And then bring in. Right. Oh, we go... Oh, no. Thought we were going in the opposite direction here, but it's just because of the corner of that... Oh, pause a sec. The first corner is kind of a little confuzzling. Okay. So, 79%, but nothing really impressive here. Poor downforce, not really surprised. So going in this direction should definitely improve things. Handling is good. Let's bring it a little further from that. And speed balance, same thing, actually. I'm kind of happy with where those are sitting. And then over here... so the suspension balance, or whatever it's called, the handling is not in a bad place, which is nice. We did middle of the ground there with the downforce, which is not great. Do something like that, and we'll do something like that. Don't want to go too far with the handling, want to go fairly far with the speed balance. It might be on the other side for the speed balance, but we should find out pretty quickly. Alright, speed. Bring in. Here comes the rain. We could switch to... Well, I'd like to get the level 1 with soft tires locked in. We could try to see if we can get inters afterwards, although I suspect that's not going to work out for us. We had a couple of greats. We're good on the downforce, so at least we've gotten there. We actually at 93%. Like, it doesn't sound phenomenal here, but 93% is pretty damn good. I'm going to add in a little bit more downforce. We're going to... That was poor. We're going to soften the suspension one more tick. That might be too far for these, but we will see. Go, and send out. You're only feeling a 2.5. I mean, your morale's pretty low. Mostly you're not the racer. We're at 92 already, even with only good downforce. It's very poor there. I think I'm going to add more. And it's only a slight change in handling and speed balance, and I'm kind of okay with that. You got out first. Okay. 12 for a sec. Oh yeah, we still have a way to go before we get our super soft knowledge. Oh, there we go. Excellent downforce. So we're locked in on the downforce now with Evans. We don't have to worry about making another change here. Great, great. 94%. Oh, you're only good on the speed bounce, and you were great over there. So I want a little bit of a longer notch that budges the handling slightly. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do this, try to get that, and I'm going to leave you out until maybe we decide to switch tires here. Kinney's car still not really hitting a spot, though. We actually dropped overall, but we did get better on the downforce. I'm going to go and give you one extra little notch of downforce, and then maybe leave it there. We had great handling there, so we need to go and stiffen up the suspension a little bit again. We had great speed balance there, so we need to make this longer. Okay, that wouldn't surprise me if that sort of worked. So we're just going to leave them out now until we get told we get the super soft tech. I guess there's no reason to switch tires because we're going to want to run one of the two. Although, I guess we could choose which one we use at the start of the race, depending on situations. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a lot of time. Yeah, we're going to get the one here, and that's about it. Worn tires. And they are wearing fast. But we got a super soft tire tech, and yeah, there's just not enough time to do anything, so we'll let it finish. On super softs, I think being below 20%, you really degrade your performance. I think super softs is 20%, softs 15, something like that. I keep saying it. All right, that's not bad overall. Yeah, not too displeased about where they ended up. Most people at least ended up on softs and super softs or something. Good practice session. Oh, that's Englehart. Race here, partly cloudy. No rain currently forecasted. I'm still expecting some might come partway through the day. Nothing that we can see here currently. I mean, you know what? Maybe we do run engine expert here. Alright. Price, you can run in the reds at the start. Are we going to start on super softs? I'm going to start on super softs and gamble that there is going to be a weather change, and we'll be happy to turn to inters about, 8 laps in or something like that. I mean, there's no rain predicted right there. It might start to trickle in. Okay, how many laps do we think the super softs are going to run us? 6 to 8. That, and we're going to burn through probably on the lower end, probably the 6. Never mind. I'm going to run the softs for now. Yeah. And we've got our 97, so that's going to be okay. You can have the full thing. Same logic here. I'm going to run the softs. We just chew through them way too fast. And 95 is as good as we got there, so that seems okay. We'll go and start the super aggro. That's going to be fine. We're going to start pretty far back. I think Frankie is probably going to drop out of this pretty quick. But Scott can run the overtake mode a little bit longer because of our perk that we chose with the, what is it? The mechanics relationship. Interesting, the people, and this is a random grid order, right? But the AI has decided the people near the front are going to run the more aggressive tires because they're probably trying to maintain that rather than just being a little bit conservative. Now, I am a little worried about the temperature because we're, what, 26? I mean, it's not sunny, but it is hot. So our tires might heat up pretty quickly. And I think we're seeing that right away, actually. Let me drop them down to push. We'll keep the engine mode in red for a little bit longer. Okay, not bad. Yeah, still a little on the high end. First lap is finishing up. Price is the one who can run the engine more aggressively, but... Okay, we're going to keep going for now. If we took a look at, say, Gerard, who's right in front of us. Gerard is running the hard engine mode, yellow tires. Actually, we definitely have to go to neutral tires here. We're heating up too much. We can potentially justify... Yeah, see, we're spreading out a little bit. We're in front of Kinney. And Kinney doesn't have the stupid good engine. I'll go to high for now. Or the modifier where it doesn't wear as much. We'll keep it a little high here. The temperature might still be going up because it is hot and we're still running fairly aggressively. And our drivers are bad when it comes to the smoothness. Back here, you're not even being like blocked by someone directly. You've got some place in front of you here, and the aggressive engine performance, and you don't care. So we're still at 93 here. We're still like this had the better engine reliability to start off with, and he's got the thing where he takes less wear. I'm gonna try to run it on red a little bit more. Obviously, it's a little harder on fuel too, but my God, these tires are staying so hot. I mean, but everyone's sort of running there. I don't know what their tire condition is. Again, ours is probably just going to be worse, but... Yeah, go to conserve tires. Try to bring down the tire temp, because it's way too soon. I mean, luckily we are running our fuel a little bit more aggressively, so we'll have to pit a little sooner for that as well. But at this rate, if it stays pinned out, we'll just shred our tires before the fuel time comes, that's for sure. Kenny's still holding on here for now. Sabado burned through. Look at the difference between Marquetta and Sabado and how they work their tires. It may have just been a policy change. It may be a driver perk difference. Could be how much the company invested in its tire compounds. All those things. Engine condition's still fine. Although we're burning fuel as well. But the tires are going to go before the fuel at this rate, so that's okay. Okay, a bit of a cluster F. What I might do is going to allow a teammate through, because the other one's driving a little more aggressively. There you go. Yeah, you drop down quite a bit. But price, yeah, I think that engine reliability thing, I think it's a lot better than I was giving it credit for. I'd say the fuel and tires are pretty well synced up still. Price giving a competitive run. He's feeling 8.3 today. Kenny's only 5.3 currently, or 8.2. Just moving a little bit. Well, you're fine, actually. Well, I might bring it down to high, because the engine is degrading a little bit. I might stretch just a tiny bit. You are going to have to pit... Well, actually, are you going to have to pit first? Your tire's a little bit better than Kenny's. Kenny's got more fuel left. You're going to pit first for fuel. That's going to be okay. Your tires are wearing down. Wait. Yeah, no, I had to conserve. That's correct. I'm going to leave you on there. I'm going to bring this up to neutral, because we're going to have to pit price first. So we're here. Pit lane's there. I think you can go another lap, especially if we go and save a little bit more fuel. Although, Kenny's going to have to come in for the tires anyway. You know what? Let's just... Well, it doesn't matter because we're about to pit, but... Yeah, pit now. We'll have you come out on, say, orange. Pit now, you're right there. Weather... there is going to be some rain. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on super softs, and because we'll have to switch to something a little bit more wet compatible. Don't even do a full fill-up, because... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Something like that. You'll have this. I mean, this is still going to be enough. We'll put in some. That's going to be okay. Parts are looking great. We're going to go balance. It's going to be okay. So we'll do a little bit of a faster sort of splash and dash kind of thing. And then over here, if I go like double conserve on Kinney, I wonder... I might be able to just milk this long enough to get closer... Now, we don't go straight into inters. Or do we? I don't know. You're going to lose a lot of position. At the very least, you're going to be able to avoid this pit stop. You're going to have to go and pit next lane. Or next one. Okay. You can go back to medium. Stay on that. I mean, that's pretty bad. Now, do we switch to inters? I guess it depends on how quickly we think it's going to get wet. You know what? I think you can do intermediates here. And then a full fuel up is what we're going to do for you. So that's on your next go. Now, price is 20th right now. But lots of people are going to have to pit soon too. I guess, all right, I can't go aggressive with the tires because they're just going to get too hot too fast. In 18th place, you're driving like that and still catching up. That's crazy. What are you doing? 21 laps remaining. Rain still predicted soon. You're switching into the inters, which it's too early for the inters, but they'll be useful for a while you're out there. I'm convinced of it. And the hope here is that Price will be in good shape to switch. It could potentially be straight to wets. We're going to have to try to read the curve a little bit, but... Yep, no. Go away. I can see the weather report. You can't. Shut up. Listen to me. So Kinney's going to have a few slower laps on this. They'll be a few seconds slower than they would on slicks. But you needed to pit then, and I didn't really want to do a baby pit. I don't know. Maybe we could have gotten enough value out of softs, actually. Or the super softs. In fact, yeah, I'm starting to regret not having done that. We are going to lose all the extra grip from the rubber put down there. There we go. It is now damp. This is going to work out pretty well, actually. I don't want to go... well, shredding it soon is going to be okay. Oh, I forgot about you. Sorry about that. Actually, push your tires. Bring them up to temp. You're right. Over here, we're just on the cusp of the red line. Water on track. It looks like inters is where we're going to want to end up with things. Okay. Let's go ahead to double on this. And we're gonna pit you on the next go. Yeah. We'll go to intermediates, give you a full top up, nothing to worry about over here, and go. So yeah, you can just shred your tire here. It doesn't matter. Although the 20% for the super softs is coming pretty fast. There we go. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, see, I made a mistake. I should have put her out on a round of super softs. I didn't realize she'd be at 60% already. Although, I think running on completely cold tires is actually really bad. Price is still ahead, despite that. Yeah, I actually effed up Kinney's. But that was part of with the two drivers, sort of experiment with slightly different options on both. Right, so they're not cold anymore. We'll go neutrals to try to conserve some of the tires as long as we can for you. We might be able to go a little more aggressive there. The rain is going to decay, actually, so we are going to be happy to shred these tires. You've got to last long enough, but you'll get through... well, I need the temperature up. Yeah, I may have screwed this up. Oh, well. You might pit while it's still a little bit wet and come out on slick, so I think you're going to be okay. Price is definitely, I would say, in better shape. Some people are still out on slicks right now. I mean, admittedly, it's wet, not soaked or anything. But yeah, I jumped the guns in the inter. In fact, this isn't even so wet necessarily that we would be the worst off on slicks. Part of it depends on adaptability. Each driver has a different adaptability number, and that gives you increased range for your tires over different sets of wetnesses. So you could wear slicks into the, slightly more wet, or you can wear inters into slightly more dry, that sort of thing. Still raining now. Forecast still there. Tire wear is getting pretty bad. I think the inters can be ridden all the way down to 0% without a loss in performance. You need to go to neutral, though, because you're getting a little too hot here. Even though, I mean, we dropped too fast. Yeah, no, this is probably a little bit better for that. Kinney is going to need one soon, but not yet. You're still fine. There we go. In fact, do we want to bring in the next one? I think we can do one more lap. And we might be able, that'll just be the last one. Go easy on them. Okay, conserve a little bit more. But just a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Kinney on here. That's going to be okay. And, oh, it's going to go down and then come up again. There will be one lap that's pretty dry. So dry, we'd be okay in slicks. But otherwise, I think just staying on inters for the rest actually makes a lot of sense. And we can get to the end. I mean, 10 laps remaining, so there we go. We can put a little more in so we can drive more aggressively, maybe. Nah, shorter stop. That's going to be fine. Parts are okay. Go, go. So you're pitting. You're going to come out on the double yellow, which hopefully will be okay. And then price. Since we're not going to switch to slicks, yeah, I do want to conserve these tires a little bit longer. Well, I mean, either way, there's one pit stop only. So, I mean, maybe the quicker we switch, the harder we can sort of drive. Not really. Here, I'll go back up to neutral here. Overtake mode for a little longer. Since you do have a lot of engine to spare, especially with your modifier. Excess fuel reported. I'm not really surprised. We'll go to high here. Your tires are still good for now. Your fuel's good. I mean, your suspension's going? Is it? Honestly, I think we were going to risk finishing the race in that suspension. Driest part here. In fact, it's probably about to hit so dry that the inters might lose some of their performance. I think this is going to be a swell time for us to pit. Still go with inters. Or something like that. I'm not going to fix the suspension. Because I think we can end above last place if we do that. It's still pretty hot, so on the yellow tire performance, the temp is still pretty high. Anything more, I think on orange is just going to climb like crazy. We don't have excess fuel currently. I'll just go to medium for this time. And same thing here, actually. Maybe I'll run medium until we see otherwise. So 17th and 19th, but you can see here, some people are definitely going to have to go and pit, including for some repairs. Some more over here as well. Actually, a lot of people will have to do one more pit before the end of the race, I would suggest. So, otherwise, I'm really happy about our situation. I think our tire and our fuels are going to be okay. We can go and put this on high for a little bit here, apparently. Kimi's pretty low, but again, we're hoping to make some up. You can see the AI, I think, is very aware that you can run inters down to basically 0%. Still, I don't think it mattered, again, when we pitted. All we knew is we need to pit one more time before the end of the race. That last lap, we may have preferred actual wets, but I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, the temp is still pretty high as is. You're no longer being told you have excess fuel, so we'll just make sure to bring that back down there, just because I have a really hard time predicting exactly how many laps of fuel we truly need. 4 laps remaining there, and I mean, yeah, so probably you as well. And we had just crossed the thing. I mean, I guess it's that count is for the first place guy who's actually catching up to us right now. Yeah, that's first is about to lap us. So that might change how many laps we actually have to make. Blue flag. So yeah, blue flag is we have to let this guy go by. Fresh tires soon, 30%. Actually, that is surprising. But no. No more pitting. I think I'm going to have to go and put you on the lowest of these. We'll have to keep an eye on the temperature, make sure it doesn't get too low. But yeah. Actually, no, you're probably fine at 48, but this was going pretty quick. And we don't have that many laps left. We'll bring it up to conserve instead, but yeah. At least, you know, something we're having a little bit of a hard time passing for a second. Ooh, we got excess fuel. Here, let's go and let's give you a little burst. Final lap. Lots of fuel, lots of fuel. Let's go. Let's go to attack. Let's go to push, actually. Now, I don't actually know where we were with the guy finishing, though. Lap 31. We're not on 32 here. Are we actually going to do the X run or not? Not being told low fuel. Let me bring these back, though. I mean, it says final lap, so I guess we just finish this lap, and that's that, right? Yes? Hopefully? Yes. Okay. Just waiting to finish. 16-17 is not the worst thing ever. Again, it means that collectively we didn't come in 10th position for the team, although none of us earned points, which is a little unfortunate that way. So I don't know exactly how that's going to factor into everything, but I'm not displeased with that. I think we did misread the situation with Kinney's tires. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference. Well, maybe. I don't know. It ended soaked, but mostly okay. I don't think anyone ran on wets the entire race. They shouldn't have needed to. Mostly it was just, yeah, just interest for the rest of the race with everyone, which I think was fine and reasonable. Scrutineering. Hey, maybe we'll get a freebie here. Nope. Oh, yeah. Or, sorry, I forgot it doesn't show it on that screen, but here. Didn't actually change anything for us, unfortunately. No one who was near us dropped. Okay. Still not displeased with how things went. Da-da-da-da. Lose morale. Yeah. Expected result 10th, came in 9th. Yeah, there we go. I wish there was a way to, like, speed this up. If you hit continue, you just lose it. Yeah, markability did go up. Gorgeous. Which, again, is one of our primary concerns here. So we can keep getting better and better sponsors so we can make more and more money to improve things as much as possible. I mean, our sponsor situation is still really good. Apparently, we make the most sponsor money. Well, we have the best sponsors. Since we can't necessarily place everywhere, we may not actually make the most money from our sponsors. Yeah, we'll accept the interview. Demolish competition, finish gap. Do you think the ERS is becoming too predictable? I don't know. This sounds marketable. Yeah, we need a shakeup. It did increase team marketability. That's wonderful. Awesome. Okay. Great. Yeah, pit crew. So there's some new ones. I think we lost another one, but I think it was someone who was really bad that we were, like, fine with. I should check maybe some of the better ones and what we feel like. My God, there's some bad shit. You can refuel well, but your tire stuff sucks. Well, you're a decent tire person. You can't refuel, but, I mean, you could be put in the front place. We gotta hire a couple. I'm gonna hire you. At least you don't fatigue. It's the best we can say about you, but we'll go ahead and grab you. And do this where we double check the contracts for people. I think everyone's still got lots of races in. 10. Wow, this is... I think I just did trim, right? Yeah. Shannon. Yep. And then Salcedo. Okay, and then the other two are my new people. So we'll hit the auto rotate. I don't know. We might choose something. See, refueling is really bad. It must be better. But they are tired. No pun intended. Is there just a clear button? No. Huh. Right click? No. I guess you just swap and you do that. Yeah. All right. Because I was going to say, if we... So the best front jack is you. You're on it. The best rear jack is you. I guess it highlights the better... No, not really. Tires and refueling. You're really good at tires, but... I just want to swap these two, since I don't care about the fixing. It's worse at the tires, but, I mean, we were going to be bad at tires here anyway, so it doesn't matter, but here we get more refueling as a whole, I guess. This person's really bad, but yeah, the recovery... And they're really not great. I mean, you can do the rear jack okay, but that's about it, with no tire stuff. No, we'll leave it be. HQ, yes. Okay, here... Oh, sorry, we're not designing a part? What the shit? That was a huge mistake. I forgot to set that up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, this one here, I mean, honestly, we may not have enough time to do everything. We may end up having to be this part that carries over. But I mean, so if nothing else, medium corner speeds plus 20 is good. It's just base performance. I mean, all of these might be good while we're running. Hold on. If this increases the max... Okay, this increases both. So the current out of the gate as well as the max. I guess if we do this, it increases the cap, but then we can improve the performance over the year. I don't know if it's only the base amount that gets carried over from year to year, or if the amount we improve it to carries over. In which case, this might actually be better. Well, tell you what, let me do this. We're going to assume we're going to improve this part to the max because we're going to use it. Or we're going to have two parts that are better than this later on, which means it's not going to carry over anyway. So I think either way, this actually might be a good pick for us. I don't know. We'll see. But we have to start designing some suspension because we don't really have any. And yeah, we actually lost some time there. Helipad's about to be done. That'll unlock some 5-car sponsors. That's nice. Or 5-star, not 5-car sponsors. I mean, really, we need this improved, but we're overall okay. Let's throw in the engines as well. And I don't know why I switched it over to performance instead of this. We'll do this because probably the other suspension will be done soon, and then we're going to want it to be brought in. I mean, we may not need this one, but actually, I'm still fine with working on that. Helipad done. So HQ News. Any other relatively affordable buildings? Honestly, that wouldn't be too bad. Oh, this is rear wing design. I mean, okay, it gives your drivers a chance to improve their adaptability and consistency. That's good. Rear wings we don't design, so we don't need. This would be level 3 suspension. There's the brakes one. It's unfortunately too expensive here. We don't necessarily need scouting. Improved drivers, I mean, that's going to be a good investment, but I think what we really do want to work on first is the parts. I have enough money. We're gonna start on this. Unless I just want to save up to just upgrade our basic buildings. But we did run into the thing where we weren't able to do the, the great tier, the next tier of brakes because we didn't have this. We might want something similar. God, those upgrades are expensive. They're really what we want, though. And we may just want to save up. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to want to save up just to max these out. Yeah, because then we can just improve our parts a lot faster. So, actually, we have the best... Okay, this must be tied, because we're at the top over here. It says 4th best, but I bet you we're tied for the design, this. We don't have the performance building. Which one would this be? It's like an engine development kind of idea. Is it something we don't even have? Oh, brakes. Oh, no, they all have the performance meter. Okay, so this is probably just in addition to, yeah, all the buildings that have these sorts of things to unlock some stuff. Okay, I see. It does improve the driver skill faster. Screw it! I'm going to start on this. It may be really dumb. I don't know. But we're going to do it. 3 million left. I mean, that's more than enough to finish the season, so we've got that. More than enough to design a few more parts as well. So I think that's going to be an okay idea. It's not going to be useful this season, but next season. Mail. Suspension build finished. That's great. We have to start on the next one immediately. Yeah, we can start doing risk level ones as well. That's plus 50. That's a lot to carry over into the next build. Like, we may not want to use this one, which means we may not actually care about ever improving reliability. Let's see. We could still improve the performance, assuming that works that way. But we could just do this. So we're not going to want to use this bad boy. We're not quite halfway through the season, though. I feel like we actually want to design one more that we're actually going to use. So probably this and this, although we have to boost the reliability like crazy. Can I do this and go double eagles? Oh yeah, because it fits the two parts in there. I see. Unless I just design this super illegal suspension, and not use it at all this season, I could build 2 of these. Actually, oh yeah, we need development, so I can't get the plus 40. I could build 2 copies of this basically, and just carry them over to the next season. Maybe that's what I'll do. And we probably will try to boost the performance. But that's going to be okay. Oh, fit part. I mean, just to get rid of the pop-up. Sure, we'll just autofill both. That's going to be okay. And the improvement is happening. Oh, but what we need to do is this suspension, because we're probably going to use it. Let me clear everything. Do this. Reliability 2 days before the race. Throw in these brakes because we're using them and it's not that reliable. 6 days after, but it should boost everything a lot more. We might pull the brakes out of this shortly before the race, just to focus on this because that'll probably be good enough. If you get it to at least 70, I'd feel pretty happy. Okay, let me just focus on that. That's going to be fine. Oh. What is this? What does this say? 3-day weekend? Oh, this is going to add qualifying? Media duties. Media puppet. More marketability on price, although I think he was already basically capped. Oh, no. What is this? Time around. It's three dry weather tire compounds. Oh, so we'd have access to, say, super soft, softs, and mediums. Or soft, mediums, and hards. This will not benefit cars that struggle with tire wear. I kind of want more strategic options, don't I? Well, if I abstain, I can save the points. For something that might care about. You know, I'll just abstain, we'll see what happens. It's approved. I think I'm okay with that. Theoretically, maybe I'll be able to make, you know, smarter decisions. This is only going to come into effect next season. Yeah, theoretically. Oh, let's take a look at the parts. You're at 81%. I'm going to cancel you so we can focus entirely on the performance gain on this, which is going to be pretty good after the race, but that's, again, the 100%, which we don't really need. So I might just go and rebalance it here so we can start to get... tooltip. Could you... There you go. Thank you. So we can get a little performance kick in, and then we'll throw in some more parts in here and just try to finish some stuff off, probably with an emphasis on performance, and hope that it does carry over to the next season. Current driver lineup. Yeah, they're not great. I realize that. That is very true. We're actually not doing any scouting right now, so let's do that. Let's just filter for some of the youngest right now that we don't have. Oh, no, they are scouted. There we go. So we're hoping for someone at some point that we can invest in for the very, very, very long term. I hate that these scouting buttons don't fill the entire sort of column. Or some sort of automated scouting system. Wow, there's a lot of these young dudes. Alright, well, we'll stop there. Because we might want to queue up something that, like, more directly relevant to us at some point. So, ooh, 2 racing events. Neither one of which were involved on this weekend, but there we go. It'd be great to get to the point where we can do, like, Vancouver. I don't know if there's any other Canadian races in there. Montreal has a lot of races IRL, so who knows. 3 days in the Ardennes. We're going to cross the Ardennes and surprise some people. I think this is a great time for us to put in a cut because we're about to start the next race. One thing we could do, we might want to wait until we have more money because we may actually have to invest a lot, is at some point get the next level of designer. This was a huge upgrade over our first one. But we couldn't spend all the money in the world. We do have a bunch of these little free parts, which is nice, but we might want to look at someone who's got, you know, a better combination of known components. I don't know necessarily what to look for, like what the hotness ones are. I gotta say, the double good ones have been pretty handy. These wets and inters, I don't know. I don't know about those. I'm not necessarily sold on. We'll see. But yeah, we'll put a cut in here. Folks, thanks for watching another episode, and I'm going to see you guys next time. And hopefully, these things will burn away quickly because the sponsor reveal level is at 5 stars. Maybe I shouldn't have even taken this one and just waited to see what we get next. Oh well. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.